Welcome back, Shalligators and Sabrina Carpenter fans. What do you guys call yourself? Is it just Carpenters? Sorry. We're gonna talk today about her new song, Please, Please, Please Don't Embarrass Me. I love this song. I love its like dreamy mall 80s, like trilling. I love it. It's just so fun. And you know, Sabrina had her work cut out for her because espresso is like down into my DNA. Like it's fundamentally changed who I am. They're gonna cut me open when I die and be like, do you hear that? Is it espresso that's playing? It's coming from the body. So it was tough for her to follow it up with another bop. She did it. We love her. And there's so much to learn from this. And you guys actually suggested this topic, like what to do about a man or a relationship that embarrasses you. And we're gonna break it down into subcategories of embarrassment because there is like the guy who is not a bad dude, but he is a little cringe for whatever reason. We're gonna break down what those reasons are and how to deal with it. And then you have the kind of guy who maybe isn't cringe at all, but he's bad news. And if you watch the video for Please, 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 it stars Sabrina and her IRL boyfriend, Barry Keoghan, I won't even say it, the guy from Saltburn, who looks like he's made of clay. I don't get it. Girl, I don't get it. His penis in Saltburn was fine. It was fine. It was like nothing to write home about. I mean, if you're a size queen, I just feel like there's other like avenues, whatever, okay. Is that the big deal with him? It's like, oh, the penis. Is it creeping everyone out that I'm saying it penis instead of like the wiener? Okay, we'll say wiener. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But in that video, she plays like a girl who meets like the bad boy when he's coming out of jail and gets involved in this life of crime with him. So that's a whole different kind of this is embarrassing me because I am dating down. And what is really going to embarrass me are the I told you so's that everyone is going to come at me with when this inevitably blows up in my face. So what do you do with these kinds of relationships? Don't worry. I can tell you because I've been in all of them. I have been in all of these. Have I been in a relationship with a man who showed his penis in a Netflix show? Actually, not Netflix. Not Netflix. HBO, you're a little closer. Okay, but before we get into it, I have such a big announcement. We are doing a retreat in Montana. Me and Laura St. John. Now, you guys have heard me talk for years now about Laura St. John. She is my mindset manifestation goddess. She has changed my life. She changed my life in an hour. She did what a year of therapy couldn't do. She is the most incredible person to get you unstuck, to get you to dream bigger, to do better, to feel happy, like in the moment. Not after a year of therapy, not after electroshocks, but right now. During the day, Laura is going to do her super concentrated retreat curriculum, which is, it has a $25,000 value. If you did this just one-on-one, that's how much it costs. Girl. We are doing this at the end of July 17th through 20th. And yeah, we're doing it in Montana. We're literally doing it in my house. And then at night, you belong to me. Okay, we're gonna go to a honky tonk. We're gonna country swing dance. We got a rodeo on deck for you. I'm gonna dress you up all cowgirl. We will run into my exes, okay? And yes, you can throw things. You can throw things. So it's going to be the best of both worlds. It's the high level manifestation hyperlapse, and you get the Montana life experience with me. Only I think 5 or 6 spots left. Go ahead and click the link down below to get in touch with her and join. And if you want to go a bit farther afield, yes, we still have a few spaces left for my trip to Rome, Tuscany, and Florence this October. It's going to sell out. You don't want to miss either one of these. Come hang out. Okay, let's talk about Sabrina. I love this song. I love this song so much because it really does talk about the two different types of super embarrassing dudes. Like we said, the ones who act a fool, but they're like fairly innocuous people. They're just like, what? And the ones who might act fine, but they are not innocuous people. They might be, I don't know, married or an alcoholic or something, you know, where you're gonna get the big old I told you so's from this camp. The regular sort of cringe lord, you know what you're gonna hear? I don't get it. Or, I mean, yeah, if you're happy, we're happy. I've dated both of these guys. So let's break down number one and what to do about it. the cringe lords. So, you know, I typically date much younger men, much younger men. And this is a problem I run into is they're, for better and for worse, they're like puppies, right? They're like, they're just exuberant and full of life. And that's why I like them. You know, they keep me young. I drain their youth from them and then I spit them back out into the world broken. They are very like up and fun and jazzy and vibey, lots of riz, but they don't always know how to comport themselves. They don't have the poise and the social graces that someone does who is more mature. They might not be able to make small talk. They might not know manners. They might not dress the way we want. And they might just be fucking weird. They just might be fucking weird. And there is no worse feeling than when you bring your boy to a party and you are holding your breath the whole time because what is he going to say? What is he going to do? Is he going to be weird? Is he trying to rip shots at an event where we don't fucking do this? Is he like just super awkward? And it's like you're asking a 4-year-old how old they are. I think I'm 4. I'm 4. You know, and it's like, can you answer in complete sentences with that? Can you try that, Vince? Can you try that? And then you're there hovering like his mom, being like, no, hey, just put that down. Okay, what he's trying to say, what he's trying to say. And you're a little too shrill and you're a little too tense and you're overheating. And you know what you want to do? You want to staple your vagina shut so that you never have to use it because you get the ick for this person so bad, you want to scratch out your own eyes. That's not true. You want to scratch out theirs. You want to scratch out theirs. I have encountered this so much. I'm a very socially fluid person, obviously. And it's hard to find a man who is kind of as good socially as I am. You guys know Mr. Jet. Maybe he's who I was in Monaco with last year. I've talked a lot about him on the Shallon Lester. He is incredible socially. Just works a room, tells stories, has everyone in the palm of his hand. And that was so attractive because then you know what I could be? Off. I didn't have to be on, shucking and jiving and dancing and doing this for both of us because my asshole boyfriend can't string a sentence together. Can't get a round of drinks for everyone standing here. If you're going to go get a Bud Light, can you get another? I would never date a man who drinks Bud Light. JK. But Mr. Jet was very alluring in that way because it allowed me to be at rest. It allowed me actually to be the girl. Because when a man is socially fluid, oh, I got it. Don't worry. You know, we'll have another round of this for the table. When he's just commanding, my central nervous system just calms down. But when he's awkward and twitchy and trying to recall a Chris Rock comedy sketch and doing it in the voice, yeah, there's not enough Xanax in the world. There's not enough Xanax in the world. So what do you do with this kind of man? Well, Sabrina Carpenter's idea is, why don't we just stay inside? I know you want fresh air, but the ceiling fan seems really nice. Please don't embarrass me. Please don't do this. It is very, very hard to have a conversation with someone, anyone, because listen, your cringe lord might not be a guy. What if it's one of your friends? I have cringe lord friends. Again, sorry, I'm a sophisticated person. I've traveled all over the world. I speak languages. I feel extremely comfortable in high society. I feel great in Monaco for Formula One. I feel fantastic at polo. I've literally dined with royalty in secret palaces in Rome. And I felt great. I didn't feel out of place at all. That is my natural environment. And that is not all that common, you know? And it is, I get the babysits. I get the babysits, even with friends. And I get resentful. So having a conversation with someone is very difficult. Like, hey, tonight, can you put on the cloak of someone who belongs there? Can you just fucking pretend like you're not super awkward? Can you just act like you're in a play or a film? It's your choice. Like you're playing the part of someone who knows what they're doing with their salad fork. Can you try that? Can you just try that for me? How do you have this conversation? How do you have this conversation? I dated a guy a few years ago who's much younger, and he was so weird socially. He was weird in general, but he was like twitchy and like, oh God, ugh, and just awkward, and would give like one word answers and couldn't bounce the ball back. They'd be like, so what do you do? He's like, medical sales. I'm like, do you have adult onset autism? What is this? What is this? I hear you on the phone with business. You can speak fine. You get in front of 3 human females and you're like, duh. And I was just like, because he's reflecting so poorly on me. And my friends look at me and they're like, it's this look. And then you hear, I don't get it, but if you're happy, we're happy. I'm a proud creature. I am. I'm a little peacock. I want my friends to want my man. Not like in an active way where they're trying to fuck him, but I want them to be like, damn, wow. Oh yeah. Have you ever like played like fuck, marry, kill or something like that with your friends, and you do it with like your friends' husbands or boyfriends? You want to be the girl that everyone wants to nail her boyfriend or husband. Like you do. You do. Like that's a flex. That's a huge flex. I don't care who you are. Like, please don't activate it. Like, let's not take concrete steps. But listen, you don't want to be on the kill. Oh, I'd kill him. I'd kill Shallon's boyfriend. Oh, yeah, of course. You're like, honestly, I kind of agree at this point. How do you have these conversations? So what the conversation I had with my boyfriend was, you're not allowed around my friends anymore. He's like, what? Are you embarrassed of me? I said, honestly, yes. Because you don't know how to comport yourself. You do not have the social graces you need to run in my circles. I did not like him, and so I was mean. And he was very offended, as almost anyone would be. And listen, I am pretty good at communication. I can be very persuasive. I can be very delicate and diplomatic when I want to be. I personally have not found the hack for this conversation because I have female friends who are like this. And I have tried to have these conversations, be like, you know what? I don't know that this is your scene. Well, who wants to be around you and your stuck up, snotty friends? Okay. Don't lick your knife. Don't lick your knife. Don't blow your nose on a cloth napkin. Were you raised by wolves? You know what? I've never seen wolves do that, honestly. I don't know how to have this conversation. What I know how to do is keep these people away from those situations. And it's one thing if it's a friend, because you can have lots of friends. You probably have a friend who would be fine in a situation, in a crowd, at a party, on a yacht, whatever. When it's your boyfriend, you only get one of those. It's like, fine, I'll take my other boyfriend. I'll take my party boyfriend. That's why I keep a backup. You're only allowed to have one. And it's very lonely when he's not around. And that's where I got to with my boyfriend, who couldn't like conduct himself like a grown-up. People were like, wait, where is he? Is he not coming? And I was like, no, he's not coming. He's an asshole at these things. Like, I have to babysit him. I see him talking to someone and I'm like, wait, no, hold on. I just don't know what he's saying. Is Christina's husband okay talking to him? Does he look in distress? Christina, does Nate look in distress talking to my boyfriend? I can't relax. So my advice to you, if you're dating a man who's a cringe lord, you have to dump him. Girl, you have to dump him. I am not usually making these unilateral things. This is one of, you have to dump him. You have to. Because you know what? The road eventually forks. And it's like, I really want to go to this party or this wedding. And you know what? I would love to go with the man that I'm dating, that I'm married to. But I can't because he's gonna XYZ. He's gonna get too wasted. He's gonna start talking real weird about politics. He's gonna start talking real weird about like armadillos. Like he's gonna go down some fucking rabbit hole, or he's not gonna talk at all. And then I have to talk enough for 2 people so it doesn't look like I brought the deaf mute over here. Or I could leave him home and I look like I don't have a partner or I have to lie, oh, he's at soccer practice. Oh, he plays soccer? It's fantasy soccer practice. They do a fantasy league based on who likes to practice. I have to go. Where's the bar? I didn't particularly want him to be there if he's not positively contributing. I was very much in my masculine energy and he was just leaning back. And do you know what that creates? Resentment. And do you know what walks hand in hand with resentment? A lack of respect. Just an absolute boom, flat line of respect, because, and we don't like know what words to put to that. And when we try, we sound really shallow. Like, you want to break up with this guy because he doesn't like parties the way you do? Or because he's like kind of quiet when you take him to a work thing? Here are the words for it. No, it's not that I need him to be dancing on a table. It's that I need to be able to be in my feminine. And when I have to do all of the social heavy lifting and he's just like Eeyoring behind me or doing something weird, I have to act like the man. I have to make sure everyone's okay and taken care of. I never get to relax. I never get to feel like the passenger princess. I'm never the passenger princess. I'm the driver in these social situations. I'm making sure everything's okay. Everyone's got their seatbelt on. Oh, he's not talking about Trump. So when you look at it from that lens, no, you're not being petty, or you're not just such like a party monster that you just need a guy to like match your energy. You need a guy to be a guy. And it's fine if a guy is more low key, but he's like getting everyone drinks. Oh, can I refill your appetizer? Let me get some more cheese for the table. If he is doing something that's helpful, that is balancing out whatever weirdness he's bringing, okay. Because men are supposed to have a use. That's literally their hardwiring. This isn't me just being a bitch. I am one, but this is their hardwiring. They need that too. And when they don't have it, they don't respect themselves, and you obviously don't respect them either. Why would you? Why would you? Why should we? Why should we? It is very hard for me to maintain respect for someone who embarrasses me. And yeah, I understand I'm on kind of an extreme end of the spectrum because I am so social and I have a very like strong social persona, if that makes sense. And I need a man who's like my equal in that. I want to be part of a power couple. That phrase really hits for me. And we're not a power couple if he's trying to tell people birds aren't real. Okay, We're not. If you make me edgy and uncomfortable, and if you speed through my like bandwidth and my social anxiety is up and I look and I'm like, why am I all keyed up and anxious? And it's like, oh, it's my boyfriend who's actually doing this. The person who is here to regulate my nervous system, the person who's here to make me feel calm and cool and collected is actually turning me up to 10. Because like I said, there will be a fork in the road. Is it friends or is it your partner? And like, I have been in that relationship and it didn't go well for him because I'm not going to be the girl that ever gives up my friends or my social life. And it's not like I even go out that much, but I'm just not going to be the like, oh, you know, Jake doesn't like to go out, so we stay home. Jake needs to cowboy the fuck up. But what if he's like, fine, maybe socially, and this is a larger thing. Maybe it's the I told you so. And Sabrina hones in on this. Whatever devil's inside you, don't let him out tonight. Heartbreak is one thing. My ego's another. My ego is another. Now, yeah, that relates to the cringe lord because like I said, I am a person socially. I'm a very social person and I need my partner to reflect well upon me. Men, hello? Like this should not be a new concept to men. Arm candy, trophy wife. They have names for these kinds of women who reflect like she's the jewel in my crown, right? Like I marry her because she makes me look so good. I want that too. I'm very much like a dude in that capacity. You better make me look good. I want to hold you up like Simba and just show you off. Don't embarrass me, motherfucker. But I think in this song, when Sabrina says, heartbreak is one thing, ego's another. Woof. So much of the time, we entrench in our position when someone is trying to talk us out of something. We just talked about this in the cult video. Like, the way to get someone out of a cult is not to be like, this is stupid, because they're just gonna double down. Same in a bad relationship. Your boyfriend really sucks. Knee-jerk reaction. No, he doesn't. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Go to your boyfriend and say, hey, you know what I was thinking? Your ex, Rachel, she is butt ugly. She looks like a pig. No tits, horse face. Are you okay? Like, what were you thinking? I will bet my house that he will be like, no, she's not. Or like, she was really nice, Shawn. He will have a defense against her. Why? Because she probably does look like a horse-faced pig. I don't know. The head of a horse, the body of a pig. I don't know. But no tits. Because it's a reflection of him. It's an extension of him. It's a reflection of his choices. It's a reflection of his inner self. So he's going to defend that because he's not defending her. He's defending himself. Truly, one of the worst mistakes you can make with a man is shitting on his ex, even though she sucks. It's like family, almost. No, it's not like family. It's ego. It's an ego extension because, again, this isn't his heart talking. This is his ego. We're the same way. We are the same way. And we will double down on people just to prove everyone wrong. Why? Because we need to feel like we can trust our own judgment. Oh no, I know he seems like a bad guy, but he's got a heart of gold. Fuck your heart. I hate that phrase. Well, they've got a good heart. What are you basing that on? Their shit ass behavior? Kind of seems like if they had a good heart, they would have good behavior. And who cares if they have a good heart? Joseph Stalin might have had a good heart to his wife. He adored her. Wasn't a good guy. Fuck your heart. Behavior is the only thing that matter. So this comes down to ego. I'm right. It's very embarrassing when you realize, actually everyone else is right. And Sabrina started the song with that. I have great taste. It's kind of weird no one else agrees. It's weird. We want to be right because when we go through a breakup or someone cheats on us or things just really hit the fan, when it's more than just a breakup, like, okay, things ran its course, didn't work out. When it's like a situationship with a fuckboy and everyone's like, oh, I know, like, obviously this wasn't going to work. And you genuinely didn't know that. It is like a dark night of the soul. It is an absolute existential crisis because all you can think is, can I trust myself? Is my picker broken? I can't trust it. Everyone saw what a clown this man was, and I didn't. Or if I did, I refused to see it, which I honestly don't know which is worse. I guess it doesn't matter because all roads lead to, I'm gonna stay with him till it blows up in my face, and oh, it did, and everyone saw it coming. No one really feels that sorry for me because they all saw it coming. That's not heartbreak. That's ego. That's ego. And let me tell you, you can mend a heartbreak so much faster than an ego bruise. A heart can break and come back together. An ego bruise, just a bruise, light years. Light years. You don't believe me on that? Okay. Have you ever dated the ugly guy? The weird guy? Yeah. And then he negged you? He didn't commit? He was fuckboying around with you and you're like, I'm so sorry. I gave you a chance, mostly because my ego was in a bad place. And so I kind of needed the hit of like you adoring me, which obviously you would because look at you. You're Guido the pig boy. And here you are, rejecting me. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm hallucinating. That man is very hard to get over. It lingers. It sticks in your craw. And you tell yourself you're heartbroken. No, you're not. It's your ego. Because that same wounded ego led you to give the ugly guy a chance when you should not have. He was beneath you the whole time. And maybe you were hearing things like, I don't get it. If you're happy, we're happy. When that should have been a red flag. And that you should have been like, Oh shit, wait, what did you say? Because when that guy negs you, your ego is going to be absolutely bodied. And you'll get fixated on him for a very long time. I've done it. If you could see the guys I've been twisted over, you'd be like, okay. Not all of them, but some of them. And that's with all of us, you know? That's all of us. It's very tough, but it comes truly from a place of ego. So what is the course of action? If you're dating the bad boy with a heart of gold, or yeah, he's an alcoholic, but I know he's gonna like really clean it up. Dump him too. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Sometimes we really must rely on the wisdom of the crowd. And the crowd, I don't mean put this on Twitter, see what people think. The crowd ostensibly is your inner circle who, again, theoretically, you trust, respect, and love, and that's a two-way street. They genuinely want the best for you. So if people who love you and know you are like, this guy is bad news. He's cheated on every single woman. He is going to cheat on you. This is who he is. Well, heart of gold, I can change him. Maybe we should be listening. Maybe we should be listening. But listen, I also get it. As we were talking about in the cult things, you're not done till you're done. You're really just not. You're not done till you're done. But ask yourself, how much of me not being done is ego? I refuse to let them win. What is the win? That your loved ones, who again, love you and are riding for you and want the best for you, if you're looking at this as an adversarial construct, you are the problem. They're coming at you from a place of like genuine concern. Like, I think you can do better. He's 21 and unemployed. What are you, this is not your mate. This is not your mate. It's like, I don't want them to win. Honey, okay, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. So what that they were right? How amazing you have people in your corner who are gonna shoot you straight. Not a bunch of yes men or people who worse, they don't give a fuck. Or they're making even worse decisions. So they're like, whoa, yeah, he's unemployed, but he's not in jail. Okay, so they were right. So you hear, I told you so. Well, I've wasted all this time. You want to waste all this time plus 1 day, plus 1 month, plus 1 year? Cut your losses. Get out. Get out. How much of you sticking around is just stubbornness versus, but I love him. I'm sure that you do, partly, you know, but be real with yourself. When you picture walking away, there are these flashes that your psyche, your fear brain is going to send you. And if part of those flashes are, everyone's going to say, I told you so, then that is a clue. There you go. That's the answer. That you're in this because of your ego. And you know what? I bet in your heart of hearts, you know that they're right. I mean, I always did. Was I ready to admit that to myself? No. But I did know it. If I didn't know it, it wouldn't have gotten under my skin. You know, like when I married my husband, we were very different. And people are like, I don't get this match. And it just rolled right off me because I'm like, I do. We're happy. We're in love. And they're like, okay. It didn't trigger me. But with other people, why are you doing this? He's an alcoholic. He's not going to change. Yes, he will. You don't know him. My response was very punchy because I knew I was defensive. And that's how I know it wasn't my heart. It was my ego. And not even the ego of I need to be right. It was the ego of this man represents something to me that I am not willing to let go of. He was a hurt locker. He was an emotional getaway car. He was an investment that I was afraid to just be like, you know what? I got conned. Okay? Sometimes it do be like that. You invest in something, there's bad ROI, you have to cut your losses and be like, I'm chalking it up to a loss. That's it, it's a loss. And for whatever reason, I just like couldn't say that. I couldn't like look at that in the face. And after these things ended, I was able to do that emotional autopsy that I talk about, where it's like, why did I hold on so tight to this person? And a lot of times it was ego. It was like, because I didn't want to look at 4 years off and on with this guy and then just be like, what sunk cost was that? Just nothing to show for it. You know, it's not even like we got married and we got divorced. We didn't even get there. We weren't even really together. But it's like, I couldn't look at this as like, this was a sad story with a sad ending. I needed it to be bad chapters with a happy ending. This was just the natural rising and falling. The course of love never ran smooth. Ha 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 ha. I was desperate to have it mean something. Now I know that it means what I decide that it means. And before, I was myopic. No, this has to work out because the only thing it can mean is true love. We get married, we're together. What if it means it's learning, it's a growth, it's a learning opportunity. And I learned a lot about myself, and I learned that you can't save someone and you can't sober someone up and you can't do all these things. And what if that is the lesson? What if the lesson is I'm resilient? I never lose. I win or I learn. Nelson Mandela said this. I go back to this all the time. I never lose. I win or I learn. So either I get the guy or I get some amazing lessons. This is like my emotional grad school. And then you know what Laura St. John always says? It's this or better. It's this or better. I mean, I met someone who I think/thought was my soulmate. I've been talking about it in the Shallon ad nauseum. And you girls reminded me of this. It's like, either it's him and you guys will figure this out, or it's someone better. It's this or someone better. And when we can look at things with that attitude, we click out of that ego area. It has to work. It has to work. I can't hear I told you so. There is no I told you so. It's, didn't work. So it's not him? Okay, that's going to be something better. Life just keeps going up. Life just keeps going up. If that is your mindset, it becomes real. It is the truth. I believe that. I am not a peak 17, a peak 22, a peak 32. My life is always going to get better. I am always only going to get hotter and richer and smarter and fucking meaner. And guess what? I have. I see no reason why it's going to stop. It's just not. It's your mindset. And if you want to improve your mindset, come to Montana. Oh my God, I can't wait to show you guys around. My favorite thing in the world, my favorite thing is making people love Montana the way I love it. And to watch them fall in love with it. And to show them these things, if them would be like, oh, look at this place. Here, it's America. It's the America we fight for, we die for, we vote for, we protect. It's America. It's the best of us. It's amazing. I love it. And to be able to combine this with like Laura's teaching that's just going to send you into the stratosphere in terms of positivity and manifesting and getting unstuck and just reaching these new levels of yourself that you've always wanted to, but you didn't know how, or you always knew you could, but you just need a little guidance. Or maybe you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I can, but I want to. We got you. We got you. I have steered a lot of people towards Laura, and never one time has someone been like, I didn't really get anything out of it. Never. People are like, she is a god. Like, they love her. They love her. So that's why I'm so evangelical about her. It's like I have 100% like 5-star rating on her. I just love her. So anyway, come to Montana. Click the link down below. I'm going to wrap this up. And we're going to be back next time. What else should we be talking about? I don't know. Also, will you guys tell me some of your songs of the summer? Tell me some of your songs of the summer. Let's talk about it in the chat down below. And if you want more chats with me and some other soul to soul females who are just going to get you, join the Shallontourage. It's our community. It is just such an incredible clubhouse of alpha bitches. It's the best. So you can click the link down below and save some money on that too. All right, Shalligators, I love you. I'll see you later. Please, please, please come back next time. Okay.